Leave the porch light burning through the rain. A little yellow beacon calling out your name. The neighbors ask me why I never changed the locks, but I'm still counting seconds on the kitchen clock. I've kept your coffee mug exactly where it stood, trying to keep the gone from becoming for good. They tell me that moving is the only way out, but I'm still tethered to the shadow of a doubt that maybe you're just taking the long way home, and I'm just a heart you haven't outgrown. I'm still waiting for you, like the shore for the tide, with all of this love, with nowhere to hide. I've memorized the silence, I've mastered the view of a doorway that's empty, just waiting for you. Let the world keep on turning, let the seasons go blue. I'm anchored right here, still waiting for you. I hear your ghost in the rattle of the wind, wondering where my life ends and yours begins. I see your car in every pair of passing lights, and I hold our old sweaters through the coldest of nights. It's a quiet kind of madness, a patient kind of grief, to keep on believing when there's no relief. I'm still waiting for you, like the shore for the tide, with all of this love, with nowhere to hide. I've memorized the silence, I've mastered the view of a doorway that's empty, just waiting for you. Let the world keep on turning, let the seasons go blue. I'm anchored right here, still waiting. And if you walk in today or in 25 years, I'll wash off the dust and I'll dry all the tears. I won't ask you why, and I won't ask you how. I'll just be so grateful that then is now, now. Yeah, I'm still waiting for you, like the shore for the tide, with all of this love, with nowhere to hide. I've memorized the silence, I've mastered the view of a doorway that's empty, just waiting for you. Let the world keep on turning, let the seasons go blue. I'm anchored right here, still waiting. The light's still on. I'm still waiting. I heard my doubts, but I turned them down. Said love was louder than fear. Every instinct tried to warn me, but your voice felt clearer. I asked you what was real for us. You answered so assured. I let your certainty replace the truth I felt before. I stopped listening to my own heart because I trusted yours. I trusted you more than myself, more than the signs I knew. I handed you my compass, let you tell me what was true. I ignored the ache in my chest, I silenced my inner cry. I trusted you more than myself, and that's where I lost my light. I wore your confidence like armor, let mine fall to the ground. Every time I felt uncertain, you told me I was wrong. I stayed when something felt off, called intuition, doubt. I kept believing in your version while mine slowly burned out. I thought love meant believing, even when it cost me me. I trusted you more than myself, more than my own name. I bent my truth to fit your world and called it love, not pain. I waited for you to choose us while choosing you instead. I trusted you more than myself and followed where you led. Maybe love shouldn't require silencing who you are. Maybe I wasn't insecure, maybe I was just smart. I don't regret loving deeply, I regret ignoring me. I trusted you more than myself, but I hear my voice again. It's shaking, but it's honest now. It knows where I've been. I won't give my knowing away or let it fade from sight. I trusted you more than myself, now I'm trusting my own light. If you ever wonder why I changed, why I question what feels right, I trusted you more than myself, and I won't do that again tonight. I don't do that again tonight. I don't do that again tonight. The sun comes in through half-open blinds, dust in the air, frozen in time. Your coffee cup still by the sink. I don't touch it, I just think. The clock is loud in an empty room. Every second sounds like you. I wear your shirt, it feels like home, but home feels different on my own. I talk to the silence like it knows your name. like you're late, not gone away. These quiet mornings without you feel heavier than the night. No one says good morning, no arms holding me tight. I wake up reaching for something that used to reach back to. Yeah, the hardest part of loving is quiet mornings without you. The city moves, but I move slow, still learning how to be alone. Your laugh still lives inside my head. It wakes me up instead of bed. I replay words we didn't say, save them for another day. But mornings don't let me pretend, they tell the truth before I can. I keep your ghost in every room, especially the early blue. These quiet mornings without you feel colder than they seem. Even sunlight feels distant, like a half-remembered dream. I breathe in, but it's not the same when I don't breathe next to you. Yeah, love echoes the loudest in quiet mornings without you. Maybe someday it won't hurt this much. Maybe peace will learn my name. But right now I'm just learning how to wake up with the pain. I don't cry, I just lie there and let the ceiling fall in blue. Missing you sounds soft and harmless, but it breaks me through and through. These quiet mornings without you teach me what love leaves behind. It's not the fights or the endings, it's the space where you should have been mine. I'll survive, I always do, but survival's not the truth. I'm still loving you silently in quiet mornings without you. The sun rises, I stay still. Another morning, another you, fading slowly into light. Quiet mornings without you. Didn't need the world to notice, didn't need a perfect scene. Every time you looked my way, love felt real to me. You didn't say it loud or often, but I heard it when you stayed. In the way you held my hand, in the pauses where you didn't turn away. I learned the truth in subtle things, and what you chose to be. Love felt real to me, in the quiet and the slow, in the nights we didn't rush, in the things we didn't show. Maybe it wasn't everything, maybe it couldn't be, but in every honest moment, love felt the truth of us, just to ease the pain I feel. Love felt real to me when I let my guard fall down, when I gave you all my trust, when I didn't need the ground. Even if it ended quietly, even if you disagree, I know what I was feeling. Love felt real to me. Now I'm learning how to let it rest without doubting who I used to be. I loved you honestly, and love felt real to me. You smile like the sky before the rain, soft blue moments calling my name. Every word felt easy, unafraid. I didn't see the edge, I just stepped your way. I told myself I'd keep my feet on the ground, but your arms were the quiet I found. Loving you felt like falling, no warning, no sound, like closing my eyes and trusting the ground. I gave you my heart without checking the height. Loving you felt like falling, and I like the flight. We talked till the stars lost track of time. Your hand in mine felt like a sign. I wore hope like it couldn't break. Didn't know love could bend that way. I thought I was ready, thought I was strong. Didn't know I was already gone. Loving you felt like falling, no fear, no doubt, like leaning too close to a truth spoken out loud. I gave you my trust on a soft midnight. Loving you felt If I fall again, let it be you. I told myself I'd take it slow, keep my heart above the ground. But every time you said my name, I let my walls come crashing down. I knew the risk, I saw the signs, still chose to step inside. I didn't plan to lose control, I just wanted to feel alive. You said, don't give me all your heart. I smiled like I understood, but I was already falling deeper than I should. I fell too deep before I learned how to swim. I gave you pieces of my soul, you never asked for them. I fell too deep when you were standing still. You caught me in your gravity, you never meant to feel. I memorized your quiet moods, your laughter late at night. I learned your fears, your favorite songs, and made them all mine. You were honest in your distance, I was blind in my belief. I thought love could change the ending, but love doesn't guarantee. I kept pretending I was fine while breaking underneath. You stayed right on the surface, I dove in way too deep. I fell too deep when you were barely there. I built a future in my head you never planned to share. I fell too deep, and now I can't pretend that giving more than I received didn't change the end. Maybe this is how I learned that love's not always fair, that sometimes hearts don't break at once, they wear and tear. I fell too deep, but I won't drown again. I'll take these scars as proof, I know how much I can give. I fell too deep, but I'm stronger now, I see. I didn't lose myself in you, I found what love means to me. So here's to loving fearlessly, even when it cuts so deep. I fell too deep, but I survived the sea. I woke up in the air, didn't feel like lead. I didn't reach for your side of the empty bed. The ghost in the hallway finally caught the light, and I didn't have to scream your name into the night. It's December 2020, 25, and the sun is out. I'm finally finding the exit to the house of doubt. I saw your name on a screen and I didn't feel the sting. I'm just a girl again, not a broken off thing. It's like the ocean finally decided to recede, taking back the salt and the pressure and the need. I'm looking at the person I used to be back then, before I let the yes and no must get under my skin. I loved you yesterday with everything I had. I loved you through the winter, I loved you through the mad. I made you a religion, I made you my only truth. I gave you the gold and the fire of my youth. But that was yesterday, and today the sky is blue. I'm finally out of the habit of needing you. It's a beautiful ending, a soft-spoken goodbye. I loved you yesterday, but today I'm alright. I found a straight hair on the sweater that I'm wearing, and I didn't feel the old familiar sense of tearing. I just brushed it off and I went on with my day, watching the heavy clouds of memory drift away. I don't hate you, honey, that's far too much to feel. I'm just letting the wound finally start to heal. I'm relearning the color of my own quiet soul without needing you to make the story feel whole. I loved you yesterday with everything I had. I loved you through the winter, I loved you through the mad. I made you a religion, I made you my only truth. I gave you the gold and the fire of my youth. But that was yesterday, and today the sky is blue. I'm finally out of the habit of needing you. It's a beautiful ending, a soft-spoken goodbye. I loved you yesterday, but today I'm alright. Sometimes the healing is a quiet, slow arrival, a 24-hour version of a beautiful survival. I'm not looking back at the fire anymore. I'm just walking through a brand new door. I'm okay now. Yeah, I loved you yesterday with everything I had. I loved you through the winter and I loved you through the mad. I made you a religion, I made you my only truth. I gave you the gold and the fire of my youth. Yesterday is a different country. Yesterday is a different girl. I loved you yesterday, but today I love being me. Yeah. I used to be a mountain, I used to be the stone. I built a life of iron just to stand here on my own. I had a voice like thunder and a heart behind a wall. I was the one who promised that I'd never ever fall. Then you came with your whispers and that look inside your eyes, and you made me feel that armor was a burden in disguise. I let the drawbridge down and I let the guards all go. I showed you every secret that a soul could ever know. I put the weapons down, I traded out the shield. I showed you every bruise that I had never let be healed. I thought that being fragile was the only way to love, but I was just a target you were looking down above. I was mercy, I gave you every yes. I wore my heart like water in a silken lace dress. But you don't handle soft things with the care they're meant to view. God, I was soft for you, and it broke me right in two. You didn't have to crush me, you just had to let me go, to watch me hit the pavement in a way that's quiet and slow. I was a candle burning in the center of your gale, trying to be the anchor when I should have been the sail. You treated my forgiveness like a weakness you could use, leaving me with nothing but the colors of the bruise. I was easy to be hurt because I wanted to be seen in the quiet, holy spaces that were falling in between. Care they're meant to view. God, I was soft for you, and it broke me right in two. I'm building back the fortress, I'm finding back the steel, I'm closing up the places that you taught me how to feel. So far behind, I was a velvet ribbon in a world of jagged glass, waiting for the winter and the storms of you to pass. The wall is going up now, one brick at a time. No more velvet, no more lace. I was soft for you, but I'm hard again. I held the door open for you, even when you stopped coming through. I kept believing in us when you already knew. You packed your heart in silence, left your clothes, left your trace. I memorized the shape of your absence in every space. I kept choosing patience, calling it love, while you were choosing distance like it was enough. You left while I stayed through the doubt and the pain, through every excuse you made. I stayed. You left while I stayed. I kept your side of the bed warm while you learned gave you all of mine. I folded myself smaller just to fit your goodbye. I watched you drift so slowly, like I wouldn't notice the change. You were already halfway gone while I was holding your name. I loved you in the waiting, you loved me in the past. I kept asking for a reason, you just didn't ask back. You left while I stayed. I stayed when it hurt to believe, when loving you cost me sleep. I stayed. You left while I stayed. You chose the freedom to run, while I chose to love someone who stayed gone. Maybe staying doesn't make me weak. Maybe leaving was easier for you. I don't regret the love I gave, I just regret believing you. I held on to every maybe. You held on to the door. I was fighting for something you weren't fighting for. You left while I stayed, and that's the truth I can't erase. You walked away from what we made. I stayed. You left while I stayed, but I won't stay broken forever. I learned how to choose me better If you ever wonder who loved harder, who felt it all and paid, just remember this: you left while I stayed. We started gentle, hearts unaware. Every touch said, I'll always care. Love was simple, warm and kind, never questioned, never blind. We didn't know what time could do, how something pure could turn untrue. This was love that learned to hurt. It didn't mean to, but it did. It broke us slowly, word by word, and all the things we never said. We held on tight till it burned. This was love that learned to hurt. We stopped listening, started to guess, turned our truths into a mess. Every fight left scars behind on a love that once felt safe and kind. I kept hoping we'd be the same, but love doesn't survive in blame. This was love that learned to hurt. It lost its way along the road. What once healed me left me hurt in ways I never thought I'd know. We held on tight till it burned. This was love that learned to hurt. if I leave, I lose you as well. This was love that learned to hurt, not evil, just afraid and worn. Two good hearts, but broken words, trying to love through the storm. I'll forget what we've been through, but I can't stay and keep the hurt. So I'm setting my heart free first.